Here are 10 HireVue interview questions and answers written by our expert interviewers from mockquestions.com. Question number 1. Tell us about yourself. The hiring company may use this question as an icebreaker to start the HireVue interview. The goal of your response is to give the decision makers a glimpse into who you are as it relates to the job opportunity. I am thrilled to have the privilege to raise my children for the past 10 years. Although being a stay-at-home parent took me out of the traditional workforce, I kept myself busy and relevant in many ways. Currently, I volunteer for the Parent-Teacher Association, where I facilitate the building of healthy relationships between parents, teachers, and schools. However, as my kids get older and more independent, I find myself seeking more. I have developed exceptional skills in recruiting volunteers, giving presentations, managing documentation, problem solving on the fly, and persuading others to collaborate. These skills align with the qualities company ABC seeks for this executive assistant opportunity. I'm ready to step into the next phase of my career and would be happy to apply these skills with this incredible company. Question number 2. Why should we hire you? The hiring company wants to choose the person they believe will help them solve a problem or pain point. The goal of your response is to spotlight how you will meet the company or department's most significant needs. The accounting manager job posting mentions requiring an accountant with experience in audits and risk management. Having worked as a senior accountant for the past 15 years, I've developed these skills and more. I am a certified accountant and am currently earning a certification in internal auditing. Company ABC should hire me because I will work tirelessly while applying this knowledge and experience to meet your risk management needs. Question number 3. Tell us about your ideal work environment. The hiring company wants to know that the work environment they provide is a match for your needs and desires. The goal of your response is to clearly describe your ideal work environment so that the decision makers can assess if this opportunity is a two-way match. My ideal work environment is where I'm working with supportive and positive people. We help each other achieve our goals and celebrate victories together when we work as a team. I find that the best work environment is when we empower each other by uplifting each other and rising together. From my research, I believe that company ABC provides an environment like this, and I look forward to learning more. Question number 4. Describe your work ethic. The hiring company wants a clear idea of what drives you to do the right thing in the workplace. The goal of your response is to show the decision makers that your moral principles and ethics will be a match for the company. I am a very dedicated and loyal employee. On company ABC's website, I saw that the organization values the delivery of exceptional customer service. My work ethic aligns greatly with this value. I work hard for my employer and deliver excellent customer service no matter how the day unfolds. For instance, in my current role, I am often the last to leave because I am committed to returning every client's voicemail and email before I leave the day. Question number 5. How would your most recent leader describe you? The hiring company wants evidence that you have a history of building positive relationships with previous leaders and employers. The goal of your response is to show that your character is strong, that you have built healthy relationships in your previous roles, and that your character aligns with the traits the hiring managers look for in new team members. In my last performance review, and also in some casual discussions, my manager has described me as motivated, encouraging to others, and consistent. I strive to exceed expectations when I can, and I encourage my fellow team members to deliver their best work. My current manager is happy to speak on my behalf as a positive reference. Question number 6. Talk about a time when you needed to adapt to a significant change. Change is prevalent in the workplace, and hiring companies want to know that you can embrace change. The goal of your response should be to help the decision makers feel confident in your ability to adapt to unexpected changes in a workplace setting. Last year, my company shuffled around a lot of our team members with no notice. This shuffle meant that overnight, the team of 40 that I was leading became a team of 60. I had a great rapport with the current 40 and needed to develop a fast strategy for connecting with the additional 20. I chose to throw a team-wide after-work event so that everyone could get to know each other and make meaningful connections. My idea worked like a charm, and everyone clicked right away, making the best of an abrupt situation. Question number 7. Talk about a time when you successfully contributed to a team goal. The hiring company would like to know more about your desire and willingness to contribute to team-based efforts. The goal of your response is to outline the role that you take in a team and highlight how your approach to teamwork is a fit for the company. As finance manager with company XYZ, my team must successfully collaborate during our busy year-end season. We put in overtime shifts and bring our clients' books to a close together as one cohesive team. During year-end, I take the role of the project lead. I work diligently to ensure streamlined processes and that each team member feels like a valued contributor. My approach during these high-demand times is to encourage the team to deliver their best work while being a helpful resource to their team members. This year, our team completed its year-end work with such incredible efficiency that we shaved an entire day off our schedule. The experience was nearly flawless. Team conflict was minimal, despite the mental strain everyone felt. I read that company ABC includes collaboration as one of its core values. If hired, I will prioritize collaboration and actively contribute to this culture of partnership and teamwork. Question number 8. Talk about a time when you use logic and common sense to solve a problem at work. The hiring company wants to know about a situation where you use good judgment to solve a work problem. The goal of your response is to ensure the decision makers that you approach issues with care and logic. With Company X, we had a serious space issue in our warehouse. As the warehouse manager, it was up to me to find a creative and affordable solution. I rearranged our shipping lanes to allow smaller orders to be contained in one area. Next, I arranged for large customers to have a dedicated shipping area. The change made locating shipments and loading trucks much easier. My team of operators was thrilled with the change. Question number 9. Talk about a time when you received critical feedback from a leader or peer. It can feel challenging to receive criticism in the workplace, especially from your leader, who you want to impress. The decision makers want to know how you react in the face of criticism. Last year, while working as a research manager for Company XYZ, my director sat me down during my performance review and asked that I submit my weekly documentation faster than I had been. I agreed with his feedback. I knew that I preferred working on other tasks and less on typing up reports. However, understood that timely documentation was critical to the success of our projects. I started to time block my calendar, giving myself 3 20-minute time slots every day to complete my documentation. I set the time and did the work with no excuse. Eventually, the documentation became a natural part of my workflow. Now, my documentation is detailed and always on time. Question number 10. Tell us about a time when you disagreed with a coworker. The hiring company wants to gain an understanding of your conflict resolution skills. The goal of your response is to provide evidence that you can handle and resolve conflict in a professional manner that aligns with the company culture. Last year, my sales director and I disagreed on the pending termination of one of my team members. As a manager, my philosophy is to ensure that I have trained and coached my team members to the best of my ability before I ever consider terminating them. I expressed my desire to spend additional time training this team member. I mentioned that it would be more costly for the company to replace this person than invest in additional training. The sales director finally agreed that if the team member missed their targets for another 30 days, we would move forward with termination. After coming to a middle ground, I created a plan to spend 5 additional hours per week training this team member for 3 weeks. Remarkably, his performance improved by over 40%. This team member is still with us and often lands on our division's monthly top 10 list for client satisfaction and performance. Because I respectfully disagreed with the sales director and stated my case with facts rather than emotion, we were able to move past the disagreement with ease. Talk to us about your proudest achievement. The hiring company wants to know which of your professional accomplishments you value the most. The goal of your response is to provide evidence that you are a strong hire. You can accomplish this by showcasing an exceptional accomplishment from the past. While working as an investment analyst with Company XYZ, I was responsible for supporting the investment management team through research and strategic recommendations. During the pandemic, we began to find that regulations were becoming more stringent, and investment banks were required to have greater safeguards against compliance breaches. This situation presented an excellent opportunity for our small firm to explore a more robust, more efficient tech stack. I began to research new tools, processes, and systems to boost our team's efficiencies and safeguard us through a better consolidated system. After a couple of weeks, I made solid recommendations to the investment management team. By spotlighting the upside of greater efficiencies and added security, I initiated smart and responsible change within the firm. My manager was very pleased with my initiative, and today the firm has stronger processes for managing regulatory reporting demands.